Hello, everyone. Welcome to Lee's Lighthouse. I am Lee Felton, and this is the place where we talk about all things authentic leadership and courage. Um, Today, I had a topic in mind that I wanted to discuss, and I think we've all been through this before, and it is being turned down for a job. And I don't know all of your ages, and so I'm sure that you're all across the board in terms of what generation you're in. I am what am I? I'm not a millennial. I'm a Generation X. That's what I am. I'm Gen X. And so I am of the days where it's about work hard, work hard, work hard. And of course, being an ambitious go getter like I was in my youth, I prided myself on really landing most jobs that I interviewed for. And I think I did an interview, a camera interview, where, like a fireside chat where somebody was talking to me, and they thought it was very pompous of me to say that at that point in time, I think every job I had interviewed for, I had gotten. But that was just the fortunate case at the time. I was in a situation where I guess I was very, very skilled and getting very junior roles. So, hey, of course, it makes sense if somebody's going to work their butt off and, work three, four times as hard and get paid of somebody way less junior. It makes sense that I would have gotten those jobs. And so, I mean, I don't know if that's what it was or if anything else, but I look back on my time when I was growing up through my career, and I look back at some of the things that at very junior positions, of the amount of responsibility, the amount of ownership, the amount of tasks that I had to take on compared to a lot of individuals that I see in even higher titles today. So that's just where I came from, and just the story of my life. But it's quite different now, and there's a number of reasons that it could be different. One, I'm more senior executive, and so I go for executive level, executive paying jobs. And you can't always get those roles. There's not a whole heap of a lot of them out there, and the ones that are out there is very competitive. So I can honestly say that the whatever luck I had in my youth, in my past, I definitely do not have that today. But the main thing that has changed for me is the way you apply and interview for roles. And so, no, I was never the kind of person that wrote letters. I mean, that was even before my time. If you wrote letters and sent in your application like through the mail, I fortunately did not go through that experience very much, but more it was around submitting your application online. It wasn't the LinkedIn experience where you could apply for 50 jobs in one day through easy apply. It was, you really had to look closely because the filling out the applications was a pain in the butt. And so you didn't want to just do it randomly. You wanted to make sure that there was something very special there. The cover letters were required, and they were all customized to that specific position and that specific role. And then, you would get a letter. Most of the time, you would get a letter back in the mail, or potentially a letter in email, giving you an update saying whatever reasons that you didn't get the role. Today, I'm not sure about your experience, but mine has been quite different than that. Where if I'm looking for a position, like most of us, I go on LinkedIn, I go on, what is it, recruit.com, or whatever the jobs.com is what it was. And you just have the ability right there. Your resume is uploaded, your cover letter is uploaded, and you just like hit click, 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 click. And it's interesting to me because just as easy as it is to click and apply for a role, it's just as easy to get turned down for a role. And so I've had jobs where literally I have applied and within 20 minutes I've gotten a no, thank you. Unfortunately, we appreciate it, but we've decided to consider other candidates, or we're not moving forward with your candidacy at this time. Whatever the saying of the or the canned message of the day is, it happens a lot faster these days. And, you know, really, to me, I don't take it personal. I don't take it as a defeat. I don't take it as imposter syndrome or all of the things that we can so easily play into when we get declined for something. Just a factor of the environment and the times that we're living in. So you have, for every job, I don't know what the exact number is, but you have hundreds, if not thousands, of candidates going for those same roles. And if you're in the tech industry like I am, you know about the tech layoffs. Microsoft just had another huge set of layoffs yesterday, and just my heart goes out to everyone who has been laid off, because even if you get a severance package, most people, even through a severance package, you have a couple of months to figure out what you're going to do, and you're out there scrambling and fighting and rolling up your sleeves and trying to jump right back in. So it's not a simple easy thing, but it also is not a direct correlation to your skills or your abilities, or potentially even your resume. I'd suggest you take a close look at your resume. And right now everything is around buzzwords. It's not about reading these long paragraphs. It's not about how pretty your resume is. Most of the time it's machines that are scanning these resumes looking for certain words. And so as much as you may or may not want to, make sure if you're applying for a position that you're looking at the job description and you're taking as many buzzwords from the job description and incorporating that into your resume as possible. But also just know that there's a lot of great qualified candidates out there, and your time is coming. Your match is coming. And unless you're in a very, serious, desperate position, which nobody should tell you, don't take a job you don't want, it's not good enough for you. If you're in a serious financial desperate position, take the job, do the job while you're looking for something else, but get paid at the same time if you need that that financial backing and support. But if you're not, and you have time to look, just remember, for any job, your skills, what you bring to the table, you need to value. You need to appreciate and respect. And it's not about you begging an employer to bring on and take on your skills. It's about, I have a lot to offer. And with all of the things that I have to offer, this is what you get and what I expect in return. And so it truly should be a win win situation. And one of the things that I believe in through my heart of hearts is understanding and knowing your non negotiables up front. So what are the things, and these aren't things that it's like, well, but I can, if it's a salary, if it's a title, if it's whatever it is, like right now mine is also around travel. If I have to travel, then I want to travel, non-negotiables. If I'm traveling, I make one of my non-negotiables that I get to select, the comfort of my travel. But think about what it means for you. And if you're in a situation where you can negotiate, where you can be selective, I would highly encourage you, especially if you're looking for a long-term role. Don't rush into something that's not the right fit. And if somebody turns you down so quickly, don't take it personally. Just know it really wasn't the right fit for you in the first place. And this is coming from somebody left, right, and center. I have been, turned down for roles, and I am okay with that, because it's not a reflection of my skills, my abilities. There's a number of other factors that I know come into play with it. And I also know that the right thing at the right time, at the right moment will come along. But until then, I am filling filling my toolkit, my skill kit with a lot of things and consulting and making extra money here and there doing great consulting work and working with chiefs of staff, working with executives, CEOs, working on AI technologies. And so there are things that you can still do as part of a new career as you're looking for that job. So hopefully, something that I have shared with you here today has been helpful. If you are on job search, if you have been laid off, my heart goes out to you, and I wish you the best of luck in all of the world. And until next time, take care. I appreciate you tuning in. Bye.